Hello, welcome to Fantha Tracks TV. So, as usual, we're doing an unboxing video today. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We have new content every Wednesday and Saturday, or if something exciting happens like today, we'll put that up in between. So today we're looking at, well, firstly we'll be looking at the Han Solo Exogorth Escape San Diego Comic-Con exclusive. So this is coming out next week at San Diego Comic-Con. We've been lucky enough to be sent a pack by Hasbro. So I want to put a disclaimer up there now. This has been sent to us in advance for the purpose of reviewing. And let's have a quick look at it. So, first of all, let's look at the outside of the box. You've got, I don't know if you can see that, the Han Solo Exogorth Escape logo there. A Millennium Falcon Black Series type print on the box, and the Black Series in the middle there. On the top, more of the Falcon. On the side, there's Mr. Solo, or we don't know if Solo is his name now, but there we go, there's Han. On the back, I'll read that in a second, because on the other side we've got the front mandibles of the Falcon. And on the bottom, a little bit more Falcon. So here's the back. Han Solo Exogorth Escape, Black Series logo there. And let's read, and there's quite a lot to be read here. It says, Han Solo, captain of the Millennium Falcon, was one of the great leaders of the Rebel Alliance in the wake of the Battle of Hoth. Solo fled with the rest of the Rebel forces and evaded the pursuit of the Imperial fighters as he expertly manoeuvred the Falcon towards the perceived safety of a large crater in the Hoth asteroid belt. Infamous for his bold plans that seemed to always defy the odds, Solo soon discovered that the unstable crater upon which he had landed the Falcon and its crew, made up of co-pilot Chewbacca, Princess Leia Organa and C-3PO, was in fact the cavernous mouth of a giant space slug known as the Exogorth. In the belly of the beast, Solo and the crew discovered an inhospitable environment of noxious fumes and parasitic swooping Mynocks, bat-like creatures who ate through power cables and drained the energy from even the most impressive ships. With the life of his comrades and beloved Millennium Falcon threatened, Solo was called again to emergency action and steered the Falcon to safety, barely escaping into space through the rapidly collapsing jaws of the ravenous Exogorth. So there you go. That's quite a lot of spiel on there, and it's all in English. Now the first thing that you're going to love about this box, because I love about this box, is how it opens and displays. So brace yourself as you pull it apart there to reveal Mr. Solo. And I don't know if you can see, because the reflections are so bad, there's a Mynock in there. He's coming down the ramp of the Falcon, and the Mynock's clinging on around him. So I love how this box opens and shuts, which is going to make it particularly painful to break it open and review the figures. But review I must do. So see you in a second. So I've just had a crack at getting into this, and I think this is quite important to advise you. This does not look like an item that was designed to be unboxed, which kind of makes sense because it does display so beautifully. But if you want to get those figures, it's proving already to be a sort of one-road street. Let me show you why. So I gently cut through here, and what you can't see, which you'll be able to see now, is this piece here, which looped through that link there, is attached to the main box, which kind of means that I've had to, unless I've done this horribly wrong, I've had to remove or cut this to get through so that I can even get the box out, because it is attached to either end. So it's not the end of the world, because I'm sure I can fix that again. I can feed that through and put it back into its box if you want to. But this is clearly designed to display and keep in the box. So just be aware of that when if you're buying one with the intention of having them loose but keeping the box to put it later. You will have to cause a bit of damage. So mint and box collectors will be wincing at this moment in time. I am one of those as myself, I have to say, and I'm crying on the inside, but I must get to these figures to review. So there we have it. We've got him out the box, and I have to say it looks lovely just like this. I'm really liking the packaging on this. Obviously we'll be paying a premium for the packaging, I'm sure. But you can get a better view there of the Falcon ramp. I think you can see it coming through there, all in cardboard. And the Mynock attached there, and the Solo figure. So I'm going to gently break them out with the intention of not ruining this little box, and I will put at the end, I think, whether I managed to get him back in and what it looks like as a result of doing that. But yep, so far so good. Let me take these out of the plastic and look at the figures themselves. So there we go, he's out. Unfortunately, the Mynock and Solo are kept in with these little plasticky bits, so I shall have an adventure trying to get them back in the box. I can't see how the Mynock will go back in without falling out, but I shall try, and you shall see at the end. So on to the figures themselves. So here he is, Captain Solo himself, with his breathing apparatus on. That is removable, and I shall remove that in a second. It's clipped onto his jacket. Articulation, his head moves, which is cool. His shoulder, his arm, elbow, his hand. The same on the other side. The legs. Oh, and there's a... Now, interestingly, the torso does not move. Solid torso. Legs. Bit of blood stripe down there, is that? Yep. Oh, a bit stiff figure. Knee, feet. So standard Black Series looks really nice. Looks very nice. Comes with his blaster already in the holster, and the blaster's got a bit more painting app than I think we're normally used to see. That should just pop out in a second. Let's see if I can get that to do. Thinking about it. Come on, there we go. So out comes the blaster. Really nice looking blaster. Can you see that? And like I say, the mask does come off. So I know everyone was a bit worried about some of the images we saw of Solo. Oh, look at that. I think that looks really good. That's a good face sculpt, isn't it? That looks a very Harrison Fordy, which is excellent. And there you go, the mask is now off, and interestingly seems to be clipped onto his tummy in some way, shape or form, so I'll have to look and see how that works. I think he does just clip in. I think that's just an extra bit of plastic. I'm going to regret saying that. So there you go, that's Captain Solo. I'll do the poses in a minute so you can see in all his glory. But yeah, nice solid figure. Still thinking this is all about the box and the extra little bits. Oh, and he gets a stick thing. Someone's going to tell me what this instrument is in the comments. Show my ignorance, but yeah, I'm sure he can go around searching the Falcon with his baton in his hand as well as his blazer pistol. So cool that. Mynock, you won't be surprised to know, it's got no articulation. It is a piece of plastic that looks like a Mynock. Can sucker onto the screen there. It's good, but yeah, it is what it is. And of course the problem with this is if you are a completist, particularly if you're loose, you are going to end up paying to get this. Can't imagine that's going to come out separately. I guess that's the nature of exclusives. So you might have to ask yourself, how much do you want the Mynock? Well, perhaps they do a little porg box version of it, but I can't imagine there's as much demand. Anyway, but it is what it is. It's good. It's well detailed for the figure that it is, so that's quite cool. I don't think I've ever seen a Mynock actually look so in such detail. So you can see I'm warming to this already now. But right, I'll set up the poses, you can have a look at them in your leisure, and then I shall see if I can get it back in the box and what that looks like. Wish me luck on that. So I've had a go at repairing the box. It's been a bit of a sellotape frenzy, but this will be the moment of truth because I literally have not tried to see if it will remain to be displayed after I've taken all the figures out and put them back in. I can tell you what, it is a sellotape festival in there, but let's have a look and see if this still works. Fingers crossed. And look at that. You can do it. Now, I took some videos as I did it, but it's not perfect. The Mynock has had to be sellotaped back in because it doesn't pop back in without the little plasticky things I showed earlier. There they go. Oh, look. So that will just fall out if you don't affix it. Han, fortunately, does pop back in, which is quite handy. I don't think I've got him quite the way he was before. He's got a bit of a hand sticking out. It doesn't matter. And also the mechanism that stops these pinging out. I've had to, where I ripped the card, had to sellotape that back in. You'll see a video as I'm doing this. But that seems to hold good. So it's not a disaster to unpack. It just means it will never be as it was when you got it the first time. So in general, really good figure. Really nice box. It's all about the displaying on this one. They have not made this with the intention, I think, of people unboxing and then wanting to put them back in. But do you know what? That's to a certain degree what these exclusives are about. So yeah, I really like it. But like I say, I like it for the packaging more than the figures. The figure's great. The solo figure's great. So the solo, I think they've started appearing. Really good likeness. If the normal one looks like that, then that's going to be brilliant. Mynock, if you're a completist, you're going to have to get it. And it's a really good piece of plastic, but that's all it is. Yep, keep it for the box. Keep it for everything in there. So there you go. I hope you enjoy the video you've just watched. We'll be posting videos every Wednesday and every Saturday, guaranteed. Or if there's some news or some new stuff comes in, we might do some things in between there as well. But make sure you subscribe, then you'll get the notifications that come through, and see you next time.